Protests get underway across the country, controversy as the 54th Parliament gets set to convene and fire crews fight blaze in Auckland High School. Te Maria, I'm Sherry Kinnear and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. Protesters have gathered up and down the country this morning to stand against the new government's Māori policy. The Pāti Māori organised protest has been coordinated on Auckland motorway networks like here in Albany, with marches and convoys also taking place at other key transport points around the country. Labour leader Chris Hipkins says protest is a legitimate part of democracy, and he's also concerned the new government is dialling back progress made for Māori over a number of years.
That will create some economic hardship to some businesses. Give or take, most people going on the northwestern motorway, the southern motorway, or the northern motorway will be late to work for about half an hour to an hour today. That'll annoy a lot of people, and we are sorry for that. But it might get the government to reflect and go, hey, rather than doing things to us, maybe you could have a positive conversation with us on how we might enhance our country and enhance our relationships between Māori.
The Prime Minister wants to assure Māori his government will deliver for them. Chris Luxon is encouraging everyone protesting to be lawful and respectful. Meanwhile, there's set to be controversy in the capital as the 54th Parliament today convenes for the first time. Luxon will today take his place in the Prime Minister's seat in the chamber, flanked by his ministers and coalition colleagues. There are a number of important things on the agenda, not least of which is the election of the Speaker. All going well, that will be Jerry Brownlee. But Te Pāti Māori are likely to throw a spanner in the works after vowing their MPs will not pledge allegiance to the King when they're sworn in. The Finance Minister is staying tight-lipped on whether any policy promises have had to be chopped to clean up the government books. Nicola Willis is due to release a mini-budget on December 20 alongside Treasury's half-year fiscal update. She's been shocked by the number of policy programs with funding set to expire, leaving the books worse than expected. But Willis wouldn't say whether this means coalition promises have been scrapped.
What we share across the three parties is a commitment to income tax reduction, to getting the books back in order and to funding frontline services, as well as a number of coalition commitments that we've made.
And fire crews remain at the scene of a blaze at Massey High School this morning. Northern Fire and Emergency say 9 fire trucks, 2 ladder trucks and 9 support vehicles attended after being called at 11 p.m. The fire was in a 3-storey building. It was contained at 12:30 this morning and 2 crews remain dampening down hotspots. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more news worth knowing, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.